All right, buddy. So, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Andy. I'm from the Charleston area in South Carolina.
Andy, from South Carolina. And Andy
Yeah.
here, ladies and gentlemen, is the first of his kind on this channel. He's actually there's a big reason for this. Typically I don't have correctional officers or police on the channel. I just kind of keep it strictly convict style. But you, my friend, worked in a prison that I'm very, or not in a prison, at least in the state that I got a lot of questions about, man, because there's been a lot of shit going on in the state that you were working in. But go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about, your profession or what you did and where you were working at.
I'm a former correctional officer for at Lieber Correctional.
What was
It's
that? What was
in
the name of the prison?
Lieber.
Lieber. Okay.
It's one of the South Carolina's max prisons. One time I held all the death row for the state.
Uh huh.
I believe they brought him back to Columbia to Rod River.
Okay. Now, before we get into any of the details of the prison that you're working in or anything like that, or stories, what made you become a correctional officer? Because how long were you a correctional officer?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half. Okay, that's not that long. That's not that
No.
long. So I'm only kind of dying to hear why it wasn't that long. But me being locked up so much, man, I've seen the turnover rate with correctional officers is very high, at least in the majority of prisons I was in. So I can't wait to ask that question. But South Carolina prison and a year and a half. And what made you decide to take on this profession, man?
A stupid decision.
It ain't stupid. You're on YouTube now, man. You're about to be seen by thousands,
Honestly, I used to watch like that Lockup Raw and everything,
Yeah.
and man, it looked different. So just I was off one day and I decided to go up there to see, and I should have knew something was wrong when they hired me on the spot.
They hired you on the spot.
Yeah, I went in to
Damn.
ask. I went in to ask if they were hiring, and I left with the job.
Yeah, it's kind of a red flag, especially for a prison. I don't think I would have taken it if they hired me right there on the spot. I would have been like, man, hold on. That's a little crazy.
Yep, especially it was pretty much during like a recession, and to leave, walk in there and walk out with a state job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's not.
wanted that shit. All right, man. So what? Look, there's been a lot. South Carolina prison. They have been in the headlines. Okay, they had one of the largest riots ever. Not too long ago, most people died. What was it? How many people died in that prison? What was it? Lee Correctional.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I
you're
know
not sure, man?
it was at leave. I'm not sure how many people died.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure either. It was pretty big though, man. It showed some pretty gruesome videos coming out of there. But so what's Lee Correctional compared to the one that you were working at?
I believe it's another max level prison.
Okay.
So
And so they pretty much have the same kind of offenders and stuff.
yeah,
All right. So what rank did you make to? Only a year and a half. What do they call that? The rank private, I guess.
I was a corporal.
Corporal. Oh, you made it corporal. All right. Uh, so I don't know. I see. It's so hard to approach this. Uh, there's so
That's
many
what you
questions
want
I could
to.
ask, man. Okay, let me just start off with a bang. Let me just go ahead and break the ice fully. What's one? What's one of the dirtiest? If you don't mind me asking, what's one of the dirtiest COs that you've ever seen, man? Like one of the things that you've seen a CO do, one of your former employees that was absolutely just wrong, you know?
Um, let's see.
I mean, it could be little. I don't care. I just want to hear. I got to hear something.
I mean, there's this one guy. like in the at Lieber, there's the dorms are separated, and like Ashley dorm is all the young, like young gangbangers and everything. And there was one guy, the CEO that worked in that dorm. He couldn't fight for nothing, but he liked to do it.
Really?
Yeah, he would start a fight in a heartbeat.
With the
They found him.
inmates?
Yeah,
And would he fight?
yeah, he would fight. Not good, but he would fight.
And he would lose?
Yeah, they found him knocked out in the broom closet so many times.
Shut up, man.
They just call him Action Jackson.
And no one did anything about it? No one locked anyone up or nothing?
No. It's,
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
yeah.
Would you say the inmates or the correctional... Of course the correctional officers run the joint, okay? But is it...
No.
You know what I mean. Yeah, I'm talking about by keeping them locked up. They run keeping them locked up and stuff like that. But as far as the respect and all that, who has the respect on the compound? Is it the inmates or the COs? Like when it comes to power level, I guess you could say. Of course they're
inmates.
controlled by y'all, but you know what I mean?
The inmates have everything.
Really?
Yeah.
They run everything, pretty much.
Yeah. They
See,
And-
there's
and-
prisons where inmates are, like, I've been interviewing people in Florida, right?
Mhm.
And they're saying that, you know, the majority of the stories they tell me, it's all the dirty stuff and inmates getting hurt and crazy stuff like that is coming from the correctional officers. So they kind of, you know, it's a totally different ballgame. In prisons I've been in, the inmates don't give two shits about the correctional officers. They'll say anything under the sun to them, disrespect them, belittle them, anything and everything, you know? So no matter woman, older woman, I mean, it could, I remember there was a grandma, like, lieutenant that used to come around. She was old as hell. Shouldn't even be working in prison. People would say the dirtiest, filthy things to this grandma, man. You know what I mean? Was it those kind of inmates?
yeah. Like in the Ashley dorm, this was broke up in an A side and a B side. And on each side, there's anywhere from 100 to 150 inmates with one officer.
You called it the Action Dome?
Yeah. There's had all them inmates as one officer.
Yeah.
You couldn't do anything if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just set up for failure.
Yeah. I hear they're really understaffed over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Like this,
What was the craziest thing you've seen at prison, working there? Inmate or whatever.
y'all talking about like all like the shanks and pokers and everything.
Yeah, were you seeing people within that year and a half getting stabbed up and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. This one guy, you know the desk rollers in a drawer.
The desk rollers?
Yeah, like in a drawer.
Yeah.
Somebody got one of those and made a knife or a sword, pretty much.
Yeah. Damn, I never thought about those, man. I've never thought about those.
Yeah, I seen it went in. It went in and some guy's back, came out his front.
Damn. That's crazy, man. Oh, you froze up a little bit. Oh, there you go. That's crazy, man. But you know what's even crazier is because I've had my hands on a drawer like that, and I never thought in a million years to take that thing out to make a shank. I never thought of that. You just gave me just in case now. I know, huh? Might need that in the future. Who knows? But anyways, yeah. So the freaking sword went in the back and out the front.
Yep.
Did you literally see that? Like, see the guy coming out getting stabbed and everything?
Yeah.
How was
I'm
that?
not sure what happened to him.
You don't know what happened to him?
No.
What
They took him away, and they took him away, and I never saw him again.
What do you mean took him away?
They took him to the hospital.
Okay, did they fly him out or anything like that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, did you ever see the choppers come in to pick people up and stuff like that?
No, where I was normally, I was usually in confinement back in lockup, and once you're in
Oh,
there,
so
you
you
don't
just
hear or
don't
see.
see anything. You just watch it all go down, and then everything's gone beyond you.
The only time I was ever out of confinement was when I was going to pick up like the workers to come back there.
Yeah.
So, like once you're back in that building, you don't see nothing, you don't hear nothing. Like you're in your own little prison back there.
Okay. And was there anybody smoking any bud in confinement?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
were getting it in there, man. What'd you do every time you smelled a little reefer?
Well, all right. Let's start at the beginning here.
Okay.
When I went to the academy, because we had to go to like a 2-month academy,
Yeah.
and they pump your head full of so much stuff. Like, we got your back. If anything ever happens, we're coming, and all this stuff. And I bought into it for a minute,
It's like
and
a
then I
gang,
realized,
man.
yeah, but I realized pretty quick once you're there, man, you're by yourself. I mean, ain't nobody coming quick.
That's crazy, man. This sounds just like a story I just did earlier.
And
It's crazy.
and like I wasn't like I did things at first by the book. I wouldn't give anybody nothing they weren't supposed to have. But if they were supposed to have it, I'd give it to them, no problem. But the longer I was there, it's like the rules didn't matter. They did what they wanted to. The people above me, they just didn't care. And I didn't get to the point where everybody I was around had a life sentence.
Uh huh.
I mean, they wasn't getting out. So me writing them up, what's it gonna do?
Yeah.
If they're gonna have a life sentence in 30 days?
Yeah. So confinement. What was was it like cell by cell restriction? Like they let one cell out at a time,
One person at a time.
one person at a time.
So,
So you probably didn't see too much craziness in there when it came to violence, since it was only one person out for wreck at a time, right?
yeah, most of the violence was in the cells.
Oh, what? Because is it 2-man cells?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
How you doing? Oh, pretty good. Very good.
That makes a lot of sense. All right. So what was the gang life out there? Let me guess. Bloods and Crips.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot of bloods in there.
Just like Virginia. Yeah, that's how it is. You see any white bloods?
Yeah, I didn't actually.
Yeah.
Um,
They're rare. Like someone said in the comment section, white bloods are like a rare unicorn.
You ever watch that Gangland on Spike?
No, I have watched it a couple times. I was in prison when that thing really came out and was like in full effect. I watched a couple, but no one really watched it in there, So yeah, but I know what you're talking
They,
about.
they did an episode in Columbia, South Carolina, about the Bloods,
Oh, really?
and there was a bunch of them there.
Damn, I gotta watch that then.
Yeah, I used to go to work and be like, "Yeah, I saw you on TV."
Wait, Columbia, that's y'all's capital, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, I would guess so. I'm trying to figure out the best questions to ask. I've never even thought about asking a correctional officer or a former correctional. Yeah, let me talk about that. When did you say, you know what, this is enough?
It got to the point where like just going to work, I started to feel sick,
Really?
and just the way it's a depressing place. I mean, there is no corrections. I mean, they're just
Rotten
they're just
away.
yeah, and it's like nobody cares.
They just throw them in a cage, that's it.
Yeah.
Did it make you look at life a little differently?
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw people in there I grew up with.
See, that's how it is. Even though you're a correctional officer, you still see the shit. Now, just by seeing it can mess up your mind. Just imagine what it messes up in a person's head living it.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
And another thing is like, if I would have been caught for half the stuff I did when I was younger, I mean, there's probably a good chance I'd have been in there with them. So I mean,
Yeah.
I can't sit there and say that I'm better than them.
Yeah, man, and everyone can change, you know. And you know, there's guys that are, yeah, like you said, correctional officers that should actually probably do deserve to be in there, but who knows, you know.
Like the motto for the state is "Come on vacation and leave on probation."
That's like that. Believe it or not, that's like everybody says that shit. Everyone I've been interviewing lately, they all say the same thing: probation. But at the same time, that's how it is. You know,
Yeah.
that's how crazy the system is everywhere. Just about, you can get locked up and sent to prison over the stupidest stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But so yeah, man, you just felt like you were getting sick, and it was just a very depressing job, huh? Did you ever feel as though your life was at risk at any time? Did you think someone was gonna try to kill you at any time?
Um, at first, yeah. Yeah, like once I was there for a while, and I dealt with the same people every day.
Yeah,
On the same wing, the same people. So that's it. Like if I work nights, so the day shift, it seemed like every day they'd get them started. I walk down the hallway and all you smell is that pepper gas.
yeah. They're screwing everything up for y'all's shift. They're getting them riled up during the day, and you know, nighttime. People think, you know, maybe in a lot of prisons at nighttime, shit tends to quiet down. But a lot of prisons, that's when shit cranks up.
It feels like a concert every night.
Inmates singing. I bet you heard all kinds of rapping, all kinds of stuff.
There are some talented people in there.
Yes, man. I've heard better music coming out of the cell next to me by this guy. I'll never forget him. His name was Bricks. He used to sing some of the best music out of all the live concerts or little shows I've ever been to. This dude was super talented.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like between like singing and like being an artist and even tattooing.
Yeah.
But it's like the people I dealt with, I talk to them and, I just talk to them like a normal person, not like I'm better than them or I was an officer, they're an inmate. I just talk to them.
Yeah.
And you get a long way with that.
Did anyone tried bribing you or anything to start bringing or mulling something in?
When I first started, they did.
Really? How'd they go about doing that?
They would just flat out ask me. They'd give me a price and tell me what they wanted. And I'd be like, yeah, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
What? Do you remember the price and what they were trying to do?
Like a pack of cigarettes for $200, like a bag of weed. I mean, good prices. I mean, if you had nothing to lose.
Yeah, shit, I think I definitely would have done the cigarette one. I'm like, man, you know, if you get caught, I'd be like, man, it's just a damn cigarette, you know? That's how I probably would have thought about it. He would have got me with the cigarette one for sure.
Like, but what got me was like I would do my rounds every day, and there was people like there was this one guy. He was a blood. He always had a red bandana, always. And I don't know how it was coming in, but I would take it, and then he'd have another one.
Damn,
And
you were
I'd take-
taking it. You were taking his bandana, man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And after like the third one, I was like, you know what? Never mind. I was like, just do what you want. You ain't going nowhere.
So he kept getting more and more. That's crazy. Yeah.
And, like there was like towards the end, there was this guy. He would after breakfast, he'd always smoke a joint, always. And I would do my rounds. And I was like, I can see you.
And he's
And,
just smoking the J.
Yeah. And I was like, I can see you. And he just sit there and laugh at me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going over this way. When I come back, either be where I can't see you or be done with it. I mean, he had like 2 life sentences.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing I can do to him.
Nothing.
I mean, just he didn't bother nobody. He just sat there. But it was
Getting high, boy. I bet he would get high and be like, damn, I can't believe I'm in here for life.
he's probably in his 30s.
He's got a long time, boy.
Man, it got to the point where my conscience would be like, am I doing the right thing? Like just like I just letting people get away with things. And I was like, it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, It is what it is, I guess.
All right, so if you were to tell any future correctional officers out there anything about the job or anything, any kind of route, I feel like I'm talking to someone that's in a gang trying to deter people away from joining the gang. All right, if you were to tell any correctional officers anything about the job, what would it be, man?
Be yourself. Um, don't don't think that you're better than anybody. I mean, anybody can have a bad day and end up in there.
Yeah. Do you think they
Just treat it.
should do you think they should pick that as a profession?
No. If somebody was thinking about doing it, I'd talk them out of it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like that's the only job I've ever quit.
Did you work with any female COs?
No,
They didn't allow no females on the block?
I mean they were there. They just weren't on my shift.
Oh, okay. So they were probably in days or something?
The only female that came back there with me was the
Nurses?
nurse.
Yeah.
That was a oh my god, that was
What?
terrible.
Oh, God. Tell me what happened. What happened with nurse?
As soon as she'd walk out of the door, I saw more men's area than I care to see. They go to town when she walked in there.
Stop playing, man. They didn't even care, man, huh?
They'd open the flap and just go to town. Like
See?
I was, and see, in there, if you get caught like on a sexual thing, you get put in a pink jumpsuit.
What do you mean caught in a sexual thing? Like doing that?
Like that, any kind of sexual activity.
They
Or
throw you in
anything
a damn pink jank, huh?
there was there was a lot of pink stuff going around.
And I mean, but they didn't care. They just did it either way.
Yeah,
And what did
and
the,
I like before the nurse would even come in there, I'd walk around and be like, look, dude, I don't care if you go at it till it falls off. I don't want to see it.
yeah,
Do it behind the door. Do something. And they just sit there and laugh at me.
that's crazy, man. Well, hot dog. Them dudes are crazy.
Another funny thing.
The nurse had to have loved that, probably. She had to have. It's what she chooses to do.
I mean, I guess
If
it'd be a big
she's
ego boost.
like a 20-year veteran, she loves her job. That's a fact.
Like another thing with the blood, like with the gangs,
Uh-huh.
there was one guy. He was a high ranking. He was in the Bloods. He was pretty high up there, and he just got to the point where he just wanted to do his time and go home. It really wasn't about all the drama and everything anymore. And I guess everybody started saying he was going soft, so he had I guess show out for a little bit. Well, we ended up having to go in a cell to get him and put him in the chair. And of course, I was the first one in the door.
And
To-
what? 'Cause
to
he
go
was
in
like
there.
bucking or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get ready to go get him out of the cell. And of course, I'm the first one. Well, he's ready. He knows it's coming. He's sitting there. He's ready. That cell opens and we go in, and he just throws me. he hits me and throws me against the wall like I'm nothing. And
You had the riot stuff on and everything?
yeah. So and then once he got in the chair, it took a while for him to get in the chair. But he was like, I mean, I'm sorry. he kept apologizing to me for hitting me. But there's no big. I didn't have no hard feelings about it. I mean, he did what he had to do to save face. But
Well, man, I must say this was a very interesting video. I enjoyed it. They give urine screens?
yeah.
They do.
And then like if you have tattoos, they mark all your tattoos down. And I have a shamrock on my wrist.
That's a
And,
bad one.
Yeah, Everybody I saw said I was part of the XAB,
Aryan Brotherhood,
and I
yeah.
was like, no. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm nothing to do with that.
People say
I
that
got share marks all over.
people think that that's what it means, but it's not. I got share marks all over his arm too.
Yeah, I
But
got them on
yeah,
my arms, my
that
legs.
is like a national thing for Aryan Brotherhood. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this video. I appreciate you coming on. This is my first time interviewing someone, and just by you only working there for like a year and a half, it's so short, and you're not working there anymore. It makes me feel a little better about interviewing you. You know what I mean? Someone that was like still in it in the mix. I don't know. I kind of probably would have had to pass. I don't know. You know, like
I mean, it was.
like my brother was a cop. My brother's a cop, and I'm very hesitant to even think about bringing him on the show. That's just how I feel. But I appreciate you coming on to the show, man, and talking with me for a little bit. How long have you been watching the show?
Um, actually, my son used to watch. What's the other guy?
Joe?
Yeah, he used to watch him, and I was like, well, what are you watching? And I started watching it. Then I found your video and started watching you.
Well, that's cool. I don't really. Who's better, man?
I'd have to say you are.
I'd ask, man. I'd ask. I don't care if you said him or not. I don't care if you said him or not. But I just had to ask, huh? Thanks, man.
You
I
all know each
appreciate
other?
it, man. I appreciate you coming on the show once again. Tell your son, how old's your son?
Do y'all know each other?
No, I met him a couple
I
times.
got a
Yeah,
16-year-old,
16.
16, 14,
Oh, you're breaking out again. What'd you say?
16, 14, and 10.
Dang, man, you got quite the bunch. That's cool, man. That's really cool, man. I'm glad to hear that. You got all boys. I ain't got no. I wish I had a son. I got nothing but
Yeah, I got all
girls.
boys. Got 3 boys.
Yeah, I got 3 girls, and I got another one on the way. I don't know what you think about trying to for your girl.
No, we're done.
Yeah, I'm done too, man. But yeah, man. Give a shout out to your kids for me, whoever watches it, and I salute to you, man, for coming on to the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, buddy. You take care out there. All right.
All correctional officers aren't bad.
I don't think they are either. Trust me. I've met some rather cool ones. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of them that are assholes, but so there's some good ones.
Yeah, there is. There's always someone good and someone bad in a bunch. That's for sure, man. But you take care out there. All right.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, buddy.